cheeseburger, donut with sprinkles, twerking, the J-Lo. This is James Truslow Adams. He was an American writer and historian. He's best known for his book The Epic of America, published in 1931, in which the term the American Dream was used for the very first time. Let's read that part together to understand the context in which he used it. The American dream is that dream of a land in which life should be better and richer and fuller for everyone, with opportunity for each according to ability or achievement. It is a difficult dream for the European upper class to interpret adequately, and too many of us ourselves have grown weary and mistrustful of it. It is not a dream of motor cars and high wages merely, but a dream of social order in which each man and each woman shall be able to attain to the fullest stature of which they are innately capable, and be recognized by others for what they are, regardless of the fortuitous circumstances of birth or position. Okay, we get it. God bless America. While the quote might seem a little too honoring, optimistic, even naive if you want, economically seen, Adams' optimism was just what Americans needed at that time, but also all kinds of people from other countries. In 1929, the world economic crisis caused by a giant speculation bubble started to take its course. On Black Thursday 1929, the Dow Jones crashed as a result of panic among the investors. What followed is what we call the Great Depression, leaving behind both unemployed and hopeless people. For that reason, the concept of the American dream was very well received. There is one particular picture that sums up the idea behind the American dream very well, namely the ladder of success. The picture of the ladder of success I am familiar with consists of 8 rungs and 2 very important ladder strings. We should probably start with those 2. Morality and honesty, they build the basis of the ladder and hold the concept together. The following values can be found on the rungs. Industry, it lies at the bottom rung, the requirement to approach the ladder, so to say. Secondly, temperance. Don't be greedy, don't pursue the wrong values, monetary values in this case. Those are not the main goal of the American dream. Prudence adds up pretty well to what I just said, but it could also be interpreted as a demand to avoid getting in touch with the wrong people, not serving the general welfare, but only themselves. People who do just that lack integrity. Now, if you follow all those rules we just talked about, you will already be pretty high up the ladder. Naturally, the 5th rung has to prevent you from falling down again. A value which serves that purpose would be economy. While climbing up higher and higher, punctuality and courage will be key skills leading you to the top. Last but not least, the reason why you're still climbing. Perseverance. Finish, you've got what you want, but wait, what did you want again? In the original picture, the ladder leads up to an apple tree which provides you with rewards like wealth, influence, reputation, a long life, happiness, and so on. That last one is especially important. The pursuit of happiness is a key factor of what Adams talks about. This is very important when trying to understand what the American dream really is. What you've learned so far is that James Truslow Adams' concept of the American dream appeared in a time of crisis and helped many people to regain trust in themselves and, more importantly, their country. Moreover, the picture of the ladder of success helps us to understand this concept based on morality and honesty. A whole nation harmonizing and acting morally right. Doesn't that sound fairly utopian? We should definitely make the reality check at that point. First of all, James Truslow Adams' theory is far too often misunderstood. his concept of the American dream and the American dream most people think of, from rags to riches regarding financial interests only, are not equivalent. While on the one hand we've got Adams, who talks about equality, chances and opportunities, self-realization to achieve real, invaluable happiness. On the other hand, we've got a vast majority of people who transform his dream into a dream of capitalism. Let's dive a little bit deeper into equality. Equality, as we use it in gender equality, racial equality, equal chances for migrants. Immigrating into the USA is nearly impossible for poor people not able to invest or enrich the country in a direct financial way. What results is that very often, for people willing to pursue the American dream, the first border is a physical one, the border of the USA. Yes, the number of illegal immigrants has stagnated over the last years, but there are years like 2007 in which, according to Homeland Security, more than 12 million immigrants crossed the border in an illegal way. The majority of the illegal immigrants comes from Latin America. In fact, there are also illegal immigrants from Asia or even Europe. When they finally arrive in the USA, they find themselves in a situation without any perspective. So they are often forced to get involved in criminal activities just to live. Okay, so that does not really seem to reflect very well on Adams' theory. But we can also find some very positive examples for immigration. Sergey Brin, the Google co-founder, he was born in Moscow. Or Jan Koum, one of the founders of WhatsApp, who was born in the Ukraine. As you can see, there are two sides we have to focus on when we look at the American dream. First of all, the utopian side, with all its great ideas of equality and success reached through integrity and all those other values. The pursuit of dreams and happiness, which for some people even proves to be no utopia. And the reality, which in many ways counteracts the American dream by not providing everyone with equal chances and rights. Thanks for watching.
More money, more problems, so I'd rather be broke.